Hello and welcome to I Think It's All Over. So today we are going to be working some more on the Talbot, and what we're going to do today, just a quick job really, is we're going to replace the beams, or add in beams should I say, to the ceiling there. I'm not a carpenter, I'm really rubbish with woodwork and stuff, so literally all I'm going to do, so please don't at me in the comments. We're going to keep this here, and we're going to put a beam running alongside this all the way down, and then we're going to do the same for here as well, coming across, just to reinforce that really. So yeah, that's essentially the main job we're doing today. Also going to be replacing the lid on the Skylight as well, so we've got more light coming through, which fortunately the skylights that we were given by Richie from Talbot Mania, they're identical. The clear ones are identical to the ones that are up there, which are not clear. So we're just gonna literally swap the lid over rather than take the whole skylight out. So yeah, I mean, this is not the best. I mean, to be fair, this van's had 17 owners or something like that. There's been so much bodgery going on that we're doing the best we can with what we've got really. So we are going to add in extra beams across. I think I did explain in the last video on the Talbot, just to give the roof a little bit more support. And then we're going to look into getting the ceiling replaced. So yeah, I'll hopefully in the next clip I'll show you what we've done. Well, that didn't go to plan. I took that out, which was fine. I actually moved the whole lid, and then when I went to put the other one in, unfortunately, I think due to age, it was quite brittle and it actually snapped. I've messaged Richie, who supplies all the Talbot bits, to see if he's got another one. However, in the meantime, I have used some sealant adhesive to put it back together. So yeah, I think what happened was, I don't know whether I didn't get the hinges in, these actually into the hinges properly, because when I actually wound it down like that, when I wound it down, it kind of went up slightly at that side, and I went too far and it just went like that. So casualty, but never mind. On to the next job. Okay, so progress has been made. I'm just going to take a seat and then I can talk through what we have done. So as you can see, we've now put new wood, fresh brand new wood into the roof, and I think it's gone really well. We've actually probably made it stronger than it was before. So we've put a batten going across there, then we've put a piece of wood going all the way across the top of the cupboard, all the way across there over to the top of the cupboard that side. Then we've put a piece of wood there, and then we've screwed in, so that gives that some strength. And then I'll just go a bit further so you can see. Excuse the lighting, it's not very good. A batten in there, we've put a batten in there, and we've put a batten across there as well. This wiring here was for lighting underneath this cupboard. However, what we're going to do, we're going to actually put a new light in this area here, because then that will be will illuminate the table area for when we're playing games, eating, things like that. There are lights under there, but they're not very bright, so I don't know if we'll ever use those. We will keep them up there, potentially replace them with something a bit newer. But yeah, it's gone really well. So this is where I've cut out the rot. So the rot went from there all the way across to there. So what we've done is we've turned some of this wood on its side, because it wedges in nicely there, screwed through and in through the cupboards, comes all the way across, and then the same on the other side as well, which just gives that a bit of structure, which is really cool. Yeah, so a carpenter I am not. I'm a nuts and bolts man. I'm useless with wood and stuff like that. I mean, it's literally cutting straight bits of wood. So I'm capable of that for sure. Yeah, so then what we've done is we've put a new batten going across there, which goes across the top. I've cut a notch out for the wiring here. This wiring here, we will do something a bit more permanent, but this is for the exterior light, which lights up when you've got the canopy open and things like that. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. It's definitely gone better than I thought, and it is rock solid now. It's really sturdy. When I got up there, I mean, I'm 20 stone and plus a bit. Marianne said the ceiling was 2 in that, so I'm probably going to put some more battens in there, going across there, maybe another one there, and potentially some at the back, and then some at the front here. This is that is straight on ceiling. This is where you've got a piece of marine ply. So yeah, that's straight to the ceiling, well, to the roof, sorry. So when you climb on that, you're going to come through basically. So I'm going to put some battens in all across there to enable me to go a little bit further across should I need access to the skylight at all, because the skylight being in the middle is a right pain to get to. So yeah, that's pretty much done. Next job is we're going to strip down some of the old carpet that was on the ceiling and get rid of all that. So this is historical damp. This has all been dealt with now, so we're going to get rid of all that. Some new blinds for the rear window. Bathroom won't need one because it's got frosted plastic. And then the curtains originally did go around this section here and followed it round. We're going to do away with that. We're going to get some made to measure blinds that have suction cups on, so they stick on the windows. I think they're about £150 for a full set. So you get that window, that window, that window, that window, that window, and you also get 2 blackouts for the skylights as well, which will be really handy. Blinds to go make quick release blinds. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a quick release blind going across this section here. What that means is then obviously when we're sat and we're playing games, eating or whatever at night time, and I don't want to sit in the swivel seat, we can have that blind down, and then obviously when I'm sleeping up there, when that's a full bed and it's got the roof to it, if you like, the ceiling, that'll be, and then the cab will be completely enclosed then, which would be really good. So yeah, we're gonna paper here, put a quick release blind up there to go across, and then we're going to put some new paper here. So we're going to get rid of all the carpet around here. I'm going to make a new panel for the front where the interior light goes, because it's just all naff, it's rubbish. So we're going to take all this carpet out apart from on the top. I'm thinking about putting a Rover 200 light in because they are quite cool, and I can make one fit into there, so that would be quite good. And then we'll probably just vinyl wrap the wood or something just to make it look a lot nicer, which is what we're going to do down here and then down here as well. So and same on the other side. We'll probably just vinyl wrap down. I don't know if anyone's got any ideas of what they've done. I mean, there are so many Talbot videos on YouTube with people that have done different things, but I'm kind of edging more towards sort of vinyl or like a Fablon kind of a thing. But I think that'll work well. So we're going to have like a papered wall there with a bit of pattern on it or something. Then this wall here will be a plain colour, and then we're going to do sage green and an off-white on the cupboard doors and the main cupboard units as well all round, which I think will look quite cool. Good thing is I checked out all the gas the other day. You have to excuse the mess. So all the gas works, which is good, and most of the electrics work. I haven't been able to test the actual plugging into a outlet yet, purely for the fact that we've got a male end on the van, and we've got a male end on this plug as well. So I've ordered one from Screwfix. I think it was like £6. So it's got a female end to a normal 3-pin plug. So tomorrow I'll probably check out the electrics and make sure that everything works and everything's charging. And then I think we're probably at that stage where it's just going to be time for the engine to go in, I think. So that'll be a massive update, getting the engine in and sorted, and then after that it's MOT and we should be home and dry then. I don't really want to do too much to it, just purely for the fact that if obviously we take it for an MOT and it ends up being horrendously bad and needs too much money spent on it, then we haven't really done that much that I'm worried about if we need to part ways with the van. But I'm kind of guessing it'll be okay. I've got a good group of car guys around me that know what they're doing, so that's pretty cool. Good welders. I know some good welders. I know Richie does welding in Pontypool, so Richie Wood. He's the Talbot breaker, but he also does maintenance on them for people. Then you've got K&M Automotive, which is in Blackwood. They're a brilliant garage. If you're in South Wales and you need a really good garage and you're near Blackwood, use Khalid and Mark. They're absolutely brilliant. They've really looked after our cars and looked after us when coming to get the cars back on the road and stuff. And they're not crazy extortionate either. They're so reasonably priced. My neighbour's car's been there, and most of our cars have been there for stuff. So yeah, really cool. So check those guys out. And yeah, so next update will probably be when we're doing the engine, or when it's off to go and get its engine done. And then from there it'll be MOT, and then we're probably going to do videos on getting it redecorated. Then there isn't much more we can do right now. I mean, there is more we can do, but we don't want to. I think we're just at that point where getting all the rot out of the wood and making it structurally sound up there, which was a big priority. And yeah, I know I'm not a great woodworker in any way, shape or form, but it's solid and it's good for its fall. And then when it's covered up, no one's going to see it anyway. So please don't at me in the comments. That's woodwork is not my thing. But yeah, thanks ever so much for watching. Another quick Talbot video. Sorry for waffling on again, as I always do. I always say sorry, but I do it every video. And then yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.